Welcome back, everybody. Today is Wednesday, December 3rd, Advent Calendar Day number 3, Winter Starlight Celebration Day number 3. And today we're going to be talking about that, but also at the end of this video is going to be about the Neopets Monopoly Legacy Edition. There's some people that are happy, there's a lot of people that are very angry, and we're going to talk about that in a bit. But real quick, the Snowager Charmer is out there. You can see it right here. There we go. It basically is like a fortune cookie, and you activate it. It works. You go to the Snowager. It tells you at the top that there's a banner that says it's actually working. Down below on Jelly Neo, you'll see all how it works. You'll get 2 prizes. If you're premium, you'll get 3 prizes, and then also, if you are lucky enough, you will get the avatar, which I'm trying to zoom in more and more. It's the Snowager Rar, where he wakes up and blasts you. So people have pointed this out that in a way it's paywalled because through the month of December he's actually sleeping. But this gives you the ability to, I guess, wake him up and shoot you in the face with an avatar. So, I mean, you could get it throughout the rest of the year if you really want to. It's really good if you want any of these extra prizes that potentially can come up from it. On Neopets, you can actually see right here, it's interesting that they do this, where they write only 100 left in the Neo Mall. I'm trying to zoom in, but that's not very conducive here to what I'm doing. Let's see. Yeah, it says 100. Believe me on that. You can check them all. I don't like when they do that, especially with like fortune cookies. The same kind of tactic going on. By the way, when I did my stuff this morning, I ended up getting a space map. Ooh, random. It's been a long time since I've gotten that. Advent calendar. Let's just take a quick look. By the way, if you have not seen, seasonal attack P is confirmed. I was like, it hesitated for a moment, and I did not get a seasonal attack P. So congratulations to those that ended up getting a seasonal attack P already. You lucky so-and-sos. Terra Mountain Blizzard background, that's what I got today. What do we got? A holiday card. Oh, shoot. That's pretty nice, right? Yeah, print it out. If you have a printer that is, you don't have a printer, then kind of stinks for you. I was going to say suck, but maybe that's not the right word to use. There we go. Collect my prize. Did any of you actually read that poem yesterday? Did you enjoy it? Nostalgic ceramic, Christmas tree, sugar cookie latte, and oh, a Babbith. I love that. Babbitts are pretty cool too. You also find a rod of supernova, which we all know where this is going. Oh, Pantevil steals it. I really wish one day that, you know how they're doing the seasonal attack P where it's just random, that one day it goes Pant Devil attempts to snatch it and then someone rescues or fights him off, and then you actually end up with it like randomly. Like it's same thing. Maybe one half a percent of the people get to keep it, something like that. I think that'd be very interesting if they did that one day. But they'll just keep on keeping on with this gag. They just keep going with it because that's what everybody loves. I will spare you on the Snow Fairy quest today. Is there anything else that I need to show you? No, I don't. We're going to go into Monopoly time. This came out yesterday. This is interesting. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me do my Snowager. I lie. Let me go Snowager real quick so you can blast me in the face. I don't know if I have that. I'm pretty sure. I feel like I don't because I don't go out of my way to do the Snowager. Spiky Snowball. Okay, cheap firing. That was not worth this going away from Monopoly. Okay, one back here. Monopoly pre-order starts on mid-December. The 25th anniversary celebration edition sold out in less than 24 hours. So get ready because the Legacy edition is here and you won't want to miss that. Right away, people are like, what do you mean by Legacy edition? It's kind of nuts, actually, just calling it Legacy. This updated release features redesigned eco-friendly paper box packaging and includes all of your favorite Neopian landmarks, collectible tokens, cards, and money from the 25th anniversary celebration edition. It also comes with an exclusive code for all new Neopets.com digital rewards, such as a goodie bag, avatar, stamp, background, and more. It says all new digital rewards, which means, as you quite can imagine, having a new goodie bag, a new avatar, a new stamp, a new background, and more kind of made some people angry. Pre-orders open mid-December in official Neopet shop, limited to 5 sets per customer. 5 of them, count them. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Who wants 5 Monopoly sets? Expected delivery is June, July 2026. Just hearing the number 5 is pretty crazy. Act fast to secure your piece of Neopian nostalgia and unlock exclusive in-game rewards. Follow our social medias and check Neopets news and updates for our latest pre-order announcements. So just gonna flash this back here one more time. Remember the original one? I just want to go back and give the history of this, right? The original one came in a metal case. People got angry because it sold out. It was very expensive. The shipping was insane if you were outside of the United States. So all of that happened, right? And they played some games here with how they're going to handle the stamp and all this stuff. Is it going to be attached to your account or can you actually trade it or not? And then you had influencers that actually got this early and sold it. And that pissed everybody off. So in the end, what ended up happening was the item they gave you, the avatar, was shareable. And in itself, that was a bit of a problem. They also came out and told us that they were going to make another edition of this. At that time, we didn't know about what's going to happen to Avatar, the stamps, and all that. My thought was they're going to give us all the same stuff. So, or release it in some way like they've been doing on these quest dailies, weeklies, all that stuff. All the stuff that they're giving out on all these events. Yeah, I figured at some point they would give it out that way. But for them to give new stamp, new avatar, new whatever they listed out there is pretty crazy. So I'm gonna go over here. The whole thing is just really messed up. I mean, most people obviously we knew we were going to get a non-metal version. It was going to be cheaper. The contents of that of the Monopoly itself was obviously going to be priced the same in the way of pricing how much it was going to cost. Not the $80, but that. We knew the extra goodies, the codes, avatar is what carries the price, the metal inside of there. But I don't know. They go their own direction on this one. So I pulled this off of Neopets Nation. This is actually interesting. Kind of upset because when I bought my Neopets Monopoly, it was supposed to be exclusive and no others will be available after that. Again, the next day they ended up saying that and they gave you the chance to cancel. And now another one comes out with an all new goodie bag with avatar stamp background. Really frustrating. I wouldn't have paid this for in the end this Monopoly that is really not exclusive. I love Neopets and will never quit the game, but really I hate how much they try to make money and doesn't even care about our request at all. So yeah, they did give you a chance to cancel. Oh, and then there was all that dented tins thing that happened there. That was not so good. Not good at all. And by the way, if before you even think about it, some people out there might not be happy that I took the names out. I don't care. I took the names out because when it comes to these controversial topics, even though it is public that people write in a public place, I feel like not putting their names here, which is how it is. The limited edition Monopoly Avatar isn't even exclusive though, since anyone can get it from being lent and playing with the 25th anniversary Neopets game case. It would be something if this avatar actually was exclusive to Code Redemption like the TCG decks, but it wouldn't surprise me since a lot of the backlash beside cost from the original Monopoly set was the exclusivity of the limited amount available. So that's what I'm saying earlier when I said that the cost is the same because you're getting the same game board and all that. The only difference was the metal and the things inside of it. Okay. Yeah, I understand the frustration. I bought the exclusive Monopoly too. Like, it does suck. I don't want two of them, but I want Neopets to stay around as long as possible. Whenever I have extra money, I'm going to shell out for them because I'm a customer. Base game is free. They don't need to stay. They need to stay afloat. I don't mind contributing when I can. Nothing would have sent me more than watching Neo go under and never being able to see where all my money went ever again. I would tell this person that I wouldn't feel that way about a game because at any point it could get pulled. I honestly love that they're trying to revive the site and make money because that will ideally allow them to fix and continue improving Neo. That's just how it works. I don't agree with every single method, but avatars are incentives. They just posted a link to their Ko-fi and asked for donations. They wouldn't make as much, which is honestly true. Yeah, I didn't buy the first one, but I'd be mad as heck, especially knowing it's coming with exclusive codes and stuff. It's wild how money grubby and blind TNT has become with their merch stuff. The quality of shipping alone for the plushies and the other Monopoly shows it. I moved to Grunda's Cafe almost entirely aside from collecting event prizes and stuff. Love the OG feel in games, and it's so well loved and taken care of. You won't get merch and stuff, unfortunately, but I love using a site where I know the time I spent there is valued. I got a referral code if you want to try. As I mentioned before in another video, when I was looking at Grunda's Cafe, I will tell you, this is just me personally, I would stop talking about it. Okay. I would stop talking about it because the more you talk about it and potentially the more people that go that direction, eventually they will get shut down. They have at this point, a somewhat of a head nod kind of blessing by Neopets, I think. Don't quote me on that, go find out for sure. But at some point, again, what I said is if you have a person that literally is using your IP, your copyright, whatever, they're using it and drawing your people away from your original website, aren't you going to be very mad one day if you start losing a ton of people, you start losing money? They will look to shut them down. That is my whole advice to you, is not say anything about this if you really enjoy that site. But hey, that's me. I mean, if you want to live in the world where, someone's cool stealing their stuff, I mean, that's not where, I mean, just look at anybody, right? I mean, look at Pokemon. Remember what happened with Power World or whatever it was? I don't remember. I didn't play that game, but they were really cool. There's not a lot of people out there in the world that are cool with you taking their IP and drawing their customers away. You get it? That's me. Don't they don't know the definition of exclusive. They asking for lawsuits. Yeah, in my mind, exclusive means there won't be another one. Even if it's not the same quality, the product remains the same. It's going to be the same exact game piece is just coming in a cardboard box instead of a metal tin. I'm probably going to buy one just for the codes, then resell the game since I already have the metal case one. We'll see how that pans out. Really depends on the pricing of it. If it's $30, how much do you really think you're going to get for the game itself and just the effort? I wouldn't even do that. If you really want one, I would just get one. Will the avatar just be from an item I can be lent again? I don't even like Monopoly. I'm not trying to get stuck with two versions of it. That was where I was at. I'm like, man, I do not want to buy two of these things. I don't care about the exclusivity considering how awful they handle international orders. They disable them for the vast majority of the order period. Remember, so I'm glad more people have the chance to buy it, but them changing the prizes to be new is really frustrating because it means people have to buy the same game twice. That's where I call BS. I don't mind a cheap item that awards you an avatar every so often, but it's becoming very common to have to buy stuff to get an avatar, and some of these things are expensive. I think that takes a lot of fun out of it. It takes a lot of the fun out, and it makes it a lot more played to win. And I usually let a lot of dumb things slide. There we go. Yes. Yeah, it feels sort of scummy. I get not awarding the same codes because the prior was exclusive, but at the same time, I'm not double dipping on Monopoly sets, and this is so annoying. I really need to buy a second to get the prizes. It's such a pain. Like, realistically, I would say the second version should be just the board game and no codes and such. If you wanted Neopets Monopoly, there would be your cheap option. Otherwise, it seems so money grubbing. I mean, they have to add the codes in because that's the only way most people would actually buy it. It's just true. Cool. Another paid avatar, and then at the very bottom, oh, that's some stuff. There you go. That is it. That is what people think about it. I again think myself it's a bit. I don't know. I think it is a yeah. Actually, I'm going to go back to what I said earlier. It is a bit messed up. I can obviously see it being a lot cheaper from the original since we don't have the metal, but it does include everything else. Even though there's a new code, avatar, blah blah blah, it is it is inclusive of whatever that was. It's giving you one for one. May not be the exact thing, not the same code, not same avatar, but it's basically one for one minus the metal tin. So I guess first off, I'll judge it based on what the price actually is. That's crazy that they actually said limit 5. That is absolutely nuts on that one. Just because the metal one was limited and now you have this one being limit 5, crazy, crazy. But I wish they would have handled this differently, thinking about the avatar, thinking about the stamp. It's just we could all see what this is, what it's for. But no matter what, I mean, I think it's a congratulations those that waited, that wanted it. What happens to the original? You have to think this one actually through. Do you think there's some value to the stamp or the avatar? I mean, the avatar I know is shareable, but is there any value to that? Because people are like, oh my god, the metal one is going to drop, and I don't think so. I mean, it may drop a little bit because people get freaked out or something if they're holding on to it. But I mean, in the end, it's still a collector's tin. In the end, it's still a stamp that is not available anywhere else at this point. So I think it still has some sort of value. I wouldn't worry about that. But to have to buy I was about to say, but to have to buy two of these to get the exclusive stuff kind of stinks. To end up with two Monopoly boards, at this point, you might as well just have. I don't even say it this way. I was gonna say maybe have a little thing on your Neo Cash Mall and just be like, buy an avatar $5. Yeah, or buy a stamp $10, a stamp, and then you just pick one from your choice of the collections. I don't know. I mean, the game I played, Summoner's War, they had it where you could get a 5-star monster for $100. It's called a Transcendent Scroll. Yeah, it'll summon a 5-star monster for you. Just doing that. I mean, at this point, why don't you have the Transcendence Avatar Scroll, where you just open that sucker and voila, you get a avatar that you don't actually own. Just food for thought. But that is everything. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Enjoy. Be very respectful about this. I know this is a topic that people are going to go back and forth on. It's just what it is at this point. I mean, you got to live with it, but it is the Starlight celebration. So if you don't want to think about Monopoly, you don't want to think about money, enjoy the rest of the free stuff that you can find out there on Neopets. And good luck on the seasonal attack P. I'll see you later. Bye.